Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and all variations thereof. And welcome to the Thursday stream. How are we all doing today? I hope we're doing well. Today we are back with Agaris, Space Engineers, and a lying in bed mon who is lurking somewhere around here. And will be joining us shortly, I am sure. Today we have sort of a plan. Sort of. And the plan is, well, the plan is to build a carrier ship. The plan is to finish building the Aquila, which we started building last time we were playing. But I'm also kind of tempted to build something else. But I'm not going to build something else, because I need to build the Aquila, because Lying has asked me to build the Aquila. And realistically, I shouldn't deviate from that task. Because otherwise Lying will kill me. But we shall see. I haven't loaded the world up yet. Because last time we played, Lying and I ended the stream when I crashed. My game crashed, my internet crashed, and I ended up disappearing off stream for about 5 to 10 minutes, wherein we unfortunately, it means that we sort of know where we are with things, but also we know that Lying is currently hovering above certain doom, so I haven't booted the world up yet, because we need to make sure that Lying won't be hovering above certain doom for any lengthy length of time. Although Lying is currently muted, and deafened. So I got nothing on that end. Right. Come on, Lying. Where are you?
Hello, you there?
There you are.
Good.
Yes,
What
I
state of the-
exist.
What is the status of the world here?
Not loaded up yet. I was waiting for you to undeafen yourself so that we could actually coordinate this and make sure that you would be able to get in as quickly as possible so that you didn't end up plummeting to your doom.
Well, worst case scenario, it has a remote control and antenna. Just move me lower to the ground.
Yeah, sure.
Why do you sound like that is somehow a bad idea?
Well, it could end badly, is my main concern.
You push C gently. Are you seriously that bad at flying?
No, it's a case of your character, even though it is currently offline, is still technically in control of the vehicle. That means...
Not via the cockpit. The cockpit can't control anything.
No, regardless, if you're sitting in the cockpit, it will think you're in control of the vehicle. So if I try to remote in to the vehicle, it could cause problems and not allow me to control the vehicle, but also turn off dampening on the vehicle altogether.
I see.
Problems.
Hmm.
So, yeah. Anyway, I'm loading up the world now, so give it a second. I'll let you know as soon as you'll be able to load in.
Right. I have my finger on the button for this.
Load in.
Joining game. We theoretically have a few minutes of leeway, but that assumes that everything goes according to plan.
Yes. Theoretically. We can hope.
Downloading 1.8 gigabytes. What happened this time?
Occasionally it just goes, yes, you need to download these mods again.
Yeah.
Fortunately, there's nothing I can do about that.
Playing with fireworks in a game. Right now, we're playing with danger.
Well, yes, technically. Technically, we're playing with danger. Of a sort, I suppose.
Shaking hands with danger is
I
a
wouldn't want to
reference
shake hands with
very few
danger.
people will get, but nonetheless.
I mean, I think I get it, but also I'm not sure that I do.
It's from like a 1980s at the latest, I want to say, like safety infomercial.
I see. Yeah. No.
Yeah. But then it was rediscovered later on and became somewhat of a meme, so there was like a musical remix of it.
There was a...
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Sure, you have your safety infomercial musical remix. Why not? That sounds lovely.
Oh yes, and before I fully load in, a reminder to chat that I'm currently doing this on one machine that was really only built for running games at a time, so I apologize in advance if my if my face basically becomes 4 FPS. Might be fixed next week, if we're lucky.
I still think you need to switch over to OBS at some point.
Yes, but you've been saying that for literal years at this point.
Has it been years?
Yes.
Really?
Every single time I have the slightest issue with OBS, well, with XSplit, you
XSplit.
mention OBS.
Yes, I do, but that's because OBS is good and also open source and free. So, you know. There's a reason that I mention it.
Okay,
Hey, how
I'm
it's
in.
hidden.
I have control, a little bit at least. I am descending so that I can do anything here. Oh, I have like half an hour of power from descending. That's helpful. But the harbor hasn't loaded in yet, so I'm staying put for the moment.
Oh, you're over the harbor?
No, I'm near the harbor. I'm like a kilometer out.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. Okay. Ooh.
Gesundheit. How is everyone doing? I am very sleepy because I am in a lot of pain today. Also, I think my reaction to being woken up unceremoniously is actually getting worse.
Really?
Yeah, if I'm ever woken up before my alarms are supposed to go off, I always, like, oversleep massively.
I oversleep massively regardless, so...
No energy.
Oh.
Okay, I'm on my way.
No energy.
Where do we want to dock this thing when it's ready to deliver iron?
Technically, the best...
I believe we discussed having a docking pad for drones, right?
We did, yes. I haven't built one yet, but there's definitely a possibility of putting one in. It just really depends on where you'd like to put it.
Well, I guess next to the pipelines makes sense.
Yeah, there is already a pipeline.
Theoretically, I would put it on top
line.
of the harbor, but that seems inconvenient.
I mean, yeah, it sort of is inconvenient actually. Give me
Given
a
that
second.
this structure is built very much to be up, like bottom up rather than anything else.
Yeah. Give me a second.
There we go, parked. Phew. And just in time for bed.
Yeah, give me a second.
You know, so that the chat can see literally anything.
Yeah. You want this landing pad or not?
I do, but it can wait until we can see anything.
All right, give me. I'm coming. I'm in bed.
Okay.
Hey, Lydia.
Yeah, stream for me is looking at like 2 to 4 FPS or so. And I wonder if it's worth me just turning off my face.
I mean, I'll be honest, like most of the time, I don't have a face on my stream, and like it doesn't really make a difference.
Well, let me see this. Worth a shot. It is running Unity. Unity is not necessarily is not necessarily an efficient system.
No, it really isn't.
Oh, interesting. If I tab out of Space Engineers, I get everything full rate, including in-game of Space Engineers.
That's probably because it's not running.
That's probably
everything.
Space Engineers.
Yeah.
But I'll dial off my face for the moment and see if that helps it at least a little bit, just because
You'll dial off your face.
Yes.
Sure. Just.
One moment, just casting a ritual of invisibility.
I'll be honest, my first thought was just the dial-up noise. Like, every time your face appears, just the dial-up noise of...
Are you unfamiliar with that? It's an old dark incantation.
Shoreline. An old, dark incantation.
Okay, now it is literally just Space Engineers, apparently.
Yeah, that's not surprising, to be honest.
Not in the
Space Engineers-
least. Not in the least.
Space Engineers is not kind to, well, anything, to be honest.
Works just fine if I had another computer.
Does it summon dragons? Well, so far the only person around here who's managed to summon a dragon is lying.
Yeah, of course. Right, give it a hot second, and I can recoalesce. Unfortunately, for dramatic effect, ending this particular invisibility spell also creates a, like, smoke cloud. But,
Smoke
yeah.
cloud.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
There we go. Okay. Since my face being on or not does not seem to impact the FPS regardless, then bleh. Just imagine like someone taking the opacity slider down to 0. Nope. Right, so owing to certain events, last stream, I have a little bit of repair to do. And then I have some more supplies to take over to the new, up north to mine.
Tip mine.
To mine.
Tip mine. Yeah.
I
Sure.
forget if this thing has its own projector on board. Let me have a look. It does not. Okay.
Okay. Here you go, Line. I
Yeah?
have outlined a pair of landing pads for your drones with holes for where connectors can go.
Well, I shall inspect your holes and see if they pass muster.
Excuse me?
Where am I looking?
Over by the...
By the printer?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
You can see them.
Yes. Those are some pretty big holes.
Not really. They're
Why are
Kind
they
of.
recessed is my next question.
for connectors.
I mean, yes, but why do the connectors... well, why are these connectors meant to be underground, apparently?
What do you mean?
Like, why... I'm presuming by their recession here that these connectors are going to be basically the top of them level with this floor.
Well, yes.
My question is why?
Well, because... It's... Because it doesn't look like they're sticking out of the ground, then? Because it looks good? What more reason would you need?
Just curious, because this isn't meant to be necessarily the most aesthetic thing. I admit that concept is difficult for you to grasp at the best of times.
Shut up.
How is the Aquila, by the way?
In the process of being built. Don't worry, I haven't gotten to the cryo decks yet.
Why did you give it cryodex?
Yeah, I have no excuse for that one, to be honest. I just went,
Like-
you know what, I can add some cryopods here.
It was already weird that you gave it multiple floors, and then you gave it cryodex, which are
Don't forget-
completely pointless when there's only 2 people playing on this.
Don't forget the double hyperdrives.
Yeah. For a barge that's meant to move ships from one place to another on this planet.
Yep.
Just why?
Well, I did give you a reason for that one, actually, and it's basically
Because yes,
just...
your excuse, as it were, was because you can't help yourself.
Well, my excuse was actually a case of I built this with the idea of it can be used in both atmospheric and non-atmospheric environments. And what the hell is going on here? Oh, you're projecting the... Okay, I see. That confused me for a moment.
Are you okay? You don't sound okay.
I'm still ill. I'm still recovering from a week of just intense fever and pain and just general irritation. So, does it have a disco room? It does not have a disco room, no. Although you could probably use the hangar overlook as a disco room. It's probably big enough for that. Okay. Right.
Like me, I cannot get this thing to face the right direction. That's better. Okay, it's got its head up its own butt right now, but it should be fine.
Uh-huh.
That looks to be right. Yep. And now I've got about half an hour of power, so I should be able to just move this over. Will there be murder? Possibly me by Lucian, depending on how rough Lucian's time goes today.
Hmm?
Nothing.
What are you on about?
Nothing at all.
Mm-hmm. Is there a lounge or break room? From what you described, it sounds like a Nostromo kind of cargo ship. It's a large scale. Well, actually, when I brought this design before the people who actually know how to classify ships in my Discord, it was described as an escort carrier. So it's not actually big enough to be classed as a proper fleet carrier, which I'm kind of thankful for. I thought it was too big, but no, it's actually too small to be classified as a proper fleet carrier ship. So yeah, drone carrier drone carrier or escort carrier would be the two terms that would be best used to describe what the Aquila is. So yeah. For those of you who are interested in that information, there you have it. Oh dear. It seems... Lying? Are you... Oh, Lying has fully crashed, everybody. Apparently, it's not just his stream that's gone, it's his entire computer. Hopefully, he will return to us shortly. Unfortunately, this has a tendency to happen more often these days because... yeah, everything is dying, and nothing we can do will ever fix it because the world is designed with a finite lifespan, and capitalism doesn't help. So yeah, how's your days going? How is everyone's days going today? I hope we're all doing well. Past few weeks have been rough for me, or past week or so, at the very least. Yes, I saw Shadow Arik. One of the things that I have a tendency to do is I load up, whenever I'm collaborating with someone else, I load up their stream chat as well, so that I can chat to all chats at the same time and answer questions if needed. So yeah. I've run out of steel plates. I've run out of steel plates. I'm always running out of steel plates. Okay. I'm gonna need the welder ship to weld all this up, realistically speaking. Well, the internals are actually easier to weld up by hand. Pretty good, got better at making cakes. Still not great though. I mean, practice takes perfect at the end of the day, Alex. So really, I, I'm not really the one to tell you that, to be honest. Like, you probably know that better than I. Oh, sorry everyone. Still not particularly healthy, I'm afraid. But yeah, it'll take a while before you hit the peak of cake making. But in fairness, I have seen some insane cake making skills, like online and in general. There are a lot of people that are extraordinarily talented. There's this one woman who actually made an entire film set out of cake. She made a camera out of cake. And then she made a kettle out of cake. And then she made a wall out of cake. A tiled wall out of cake. And I'm just thinking to myself, I kind of want to eat that wall now. That kettle looks pretty tasty. It's just like, how? How do people manage something like that? That seems... I love it, though. It's absolutely incredible. Some people are extraordinarily talented in this world, and they put in a lot of work to make that talent happen.
Energy low.
Okay. Unfortunately, I don't actually remember what that cake-making lady was called. Well, Okay, yeah. Cake is definitely definitely one way to think about it. I could go for some cake, to be honest. Here's the thing, I actually really like baking. And I really like baking cakes. Actually, here's an interesting question. Would you guys be interested in a baking stream at some point? Would that be something that you guys are interested in? A baking stream, maybe? I'd like to do a baking stream at some point.
Did someone mention cake?
A what?
Did someone mention cake?
Yes. My chat is currently talking about cake.
Ooh.
And I'm just like, I can bake. That would be interesting to do, a baking stream.
Right, well my entire system just crashed, I presume because I was mixing, like, just tinkering with it with regards to getting the stream to look nice. Presently coming back online. But we might have something very similar to the situation we left off with when we started the stream.
Which would be?
Which would be the pachyderm running out of power. While I'm sat in it.
Oh, right, yes.
I'm not controlling the remote, though.
Hold on, let me... Okay. We're running the... Okay.
Should be just over by the printer.
Yep. Okay. 19 minutes of power, you're good.
Okay, hooray.
Gonna very...
So the only way we could have a problem now is if I crash again.
Oh, we hope that will
Which
not happen.
surely would never happen.
Energy critical.
Well, anyway, I've brought you down to ground level for now, so that even if it does run out of power, it'll just sort of gently bump the ground.
I think it has a
Favorite
low
cake?
power setting, but I'm not 100% certain.
Favorite cake? I don't know. What's your favorite cake line?
Black Forest Gatto.
That is actually quite a good choice.
That is a very strong choice.
I think my favorite cake... Okay, my favorite cupcake is red velvet.
That is a good choice.
I think my favorite cake will forever be a sort of... Well, it's sort of like an apple cake. Yeah.
Does cheesecake count? I don't think so. I think cheesecake's its own thing.
Well, cheesecake
It's
is
called a cake, but how much does it actually have in relation to most cakes?
I
Like
mean,
there's a cake and a cupcake or a muffin if you want are fairly similar.
I suppose you could say like a cake and a cupcake and a cheesecake are like 3 different categories of cake.
I think a cheesecake diverges too much to be considered actually a cake.
Well, I mean, it depends. What do you classify as a cake?
I don't know, but I think the similarities between like a birthday cake and a cheesecake are few and far between.
No, you could have a birthday cheesecake.
You could, but then it would be a birthday cheesecake and not a birthday cake.
Yeah, that's true. But then you could also have a birthday cupcake, and that's not a cake either.
But it has a lot more in common with a birthday cake.
But it's not a cake, though. It's a cupcake.
It is. It's just. It's literally. It is just a cake downsized.
And a cheesecake is just a cake, but cheesier.
Swedish cheesecake is very different. And so is beefcake, but we're not talking about that.
I mean,
We,
depends what type
would you
of
like
beef
would
cake.
would you like
Sure.
to be talking
No.
about beefcake, Lucian?
would I like to be? I mean, it depends on the beefcake.
More a fan of cheesecake personally, if we're going down that route.
I mean, are we talking about? Well, actually, no. They're technically, they're all edible, but you know, I'm just gonna stop there. I'm just gonna.
Aww, are we making you
No.
blush?
Look. If we're gonna talk about beefcake,
Critical.
we're gonna talk. Well, what are our options there? I mean, we've got Dwayne the Rock Johnson, definitely a beefcake. Like, that. I don't think there's even an argument there, is there?
Yeah. Chris Hemsworth
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now, definitely beefcake.
What else have we got? We've got ooh. What would you count as a beefcake?
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, okay. I can definitely see Chris Hemsworth as a beefcake.
I found out recently that his like hair when he's playing 4 is actually just a really high quality wig, and I feel betrayed.
I'm actually not surprised, I'll be honest. Hey, alien. Welcome. Bucket. Sorry, I'm ill.
Welcome to the stream. We
Welcome
salute our
to the
flag.
bucket.
It's a bucket.
Bucket. Bucket.
Wish I could find the video that got stuck
Is
in my head
beefcake-
forevermore.
Okay. In
Oh, Alex, we have a
In-
beautiful story for you.
would you go ahead, Lying?
Well, you see, cheesecake traditionally refers to around about like the 1950s, 1960s or so era, a little area maybe depending on how you define war propaganda, refers to depictions of women looking sexy. In short, not sexual, but sexy.
It's
Beefcake
British
is-
slang, basically.
Yeah, beefcake is the male version of that, where they are jacked to the extreme frequently.
Yes.
And they're all like, if you think of the classic image of like the metal worker who's like shirtless and ripped and sweaty and covered in grime and like he's just like by the fire, that kind of thing.
Or if
That's
you
beefcake.
think about any of those like hand painted romance novel covers from the like 80s.
Yeah, those are
and
frequently
90s.
at least low grade beefcake.
Yes. Well, I'd say medium grade beefcake at the very least.
Yeah, they're not usually entirely shirtless.
No, but they don't have to be
They
shirtless.
are. They have like long hair blowing in the wind and like a nice cozy beard and all sorts. But like, yeah, they are. I'll give you that they are generally beefcake.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what beefcake means in like British slang, basically.
Is that British?
I mean, I haven't really heard many Americans use it, to be honest. Or maybe it's just like some places have heard of it and some places haven't, and yeah.
So let me get my stream back up. Read it before here in the colonies. Hey, also. But yeah, and then we get into the more the wider minutia. So we have things like bears versus otters, and we have himbos and bimbos.
Yep.
Depending on how
And
much in your
twinks.
stream we want to go. Yeah,
Course.
twinks. Good choice, good pick there.
Yep. Still don't know the origin of that particular term.
It's an old one.
But yeah, no, there is a lot of like different slang around sort of body types and attraction types, etc., etc.
Twunk, yes, the hunky twink. That is also a thing that exists.
Oh yes, the twunk. Sometimes I'm just like, I know this is a thing, but why is it a thing? Why did someone decide it was an interesting idea to go, yes, I'm going to create a twunk?
Are we out of cobalt currently?
Actually,
oh, no, never mind. There we go.
hope not.
How much did we bring over? I don't remember.
Probably not enough to weld up all these thrusters.
Well,
Considering
Paramount?
that...
What do you mean, What do you mean, Espa? I don't know what you mean.
Where is Lying? Lying is over here.
Yeah.
Lying is standing on his welders.
Hello.
Hi. Wait, hold on. We have emotes for this, don't we?
Yeah.
Character emotes. Where's Wave? It doesn't work.
Yeah, I
Yay.
noticed that.
Thank you, Space
That's-
Engineers, for breaking your own emotes.
I can do this. I can praise the sun.
I can jump around, but no,
Yeah.
the wave
bit
emote
calisthenics.
is broken, even though it is a default
Huh.
emote. I'm not surprised by that, to be honest.
Hmm.
But hey, I can dance.
If you want to.
Yeah. Apparently your stream is dead again. Is your stream dead again?
No? I'm
You
just
might
going
want to
exit at
refresh
least.
Lying stream page, Esper.
Yes, that may be it.
Because it did die.
Oh yes,
but it should be back.
everything died. My
It-
entire machine went.
It
Because
should
again,
be
this
back
machine
right
was not
now.
meant to do that. Yeah, I'm seeing in my chat stream. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna plug this into recharge so I have fewer problems if I get another problem. A bit laggy, yeah. That unfortunately is not going to change until I get the new CPU, which ostensibly should be here within like the next couple of days.
Oh, that's good.
And then it's just a
Did it cost you
matter
your
of
soul?
it cost a wily Australian man his soul. Not mine.
What? A wily Australian man.
Yep.
Okay, sure.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. He'll be fine.
You stole a wily Australian man's soul to pay for a new CPU. Sure.
Yeah, but right now I'm running on a machine that very much was not meant to be running everything that it is currently running, and is therefore not doing too great. But when the CPU gets here, we can get back up to 2 machines again, and then everything can be running only the things it's meant to be running, and then the FPS will be dramatically better. By which I mean there'll be FPS.
Hmm.
But right now,
I
this is
still
what we're doing.
think your FPS would be better using OBS, but you know.
Yeah. You say that every time I mention a problem.
I mean, yes.
I'm surprised you
But-
haven't suggested OBS to help my joint pain at this point.
I.
You know,
Sorry.
OBS could, I feel like OBS could fix that.
You know, I feel like it could. One of these days. One of these days, it might.
Just gotta set it up to support your lungs. No problem. Just import the lung module.
I mean, one of the reasons that I like OBS is because you can basically just go, I'm looking for X and Y thing to do thing in OBS, and OBS's community will just go, yes, that is a plugin that someone has made. Go wild. Like, it's fun. It's helpful. It's not paid. So, you know.
Let's see, fully recharged in about 15 minutes. Okay. If I'm tabbed out from Space Engineers, at least we get some decent FPS. So as long as I'm waiting, I can do that. Lang is doing better than me. My laptop is in for repair, so I'm talking on my iPad right now. Oof. That is rough.
Sorry, everyone.
But yeah, the CPU has been supposed to arrive since like Wednesday, so it should hopefully be showing up within the next day or two. And then hopefully it actually fits the motherboard, because PC Part Picker says it does, but when is my luck ever that good?
Well, PC Part Picker is relatively reliable, I'd say.
Yeah, it's usually reliable, but I've had like 2-3 different illnesses in my lifetime that aren't even like related to, that aren't even theoretically sensible for my genetics. So I'm very used to the unlucky, like the most absurd unluckiness happening to me. Like this.
That's fair.
like when I debuted this model and the CPU gave out 2 hours beforehand.
Yeah. That's fair. OBS is basically the Steam Workshop. Yeah, it's the Steam Workshop for like film creators and streamers.
Oh.
If you will. Sort of. Not quite, but like it's basically so interchangeable and adjustable that it's just easy to use these days. It used to be not as good. That much is true. Like, it used to be that OBS was well, relatively sort of system heavy, if you will.
Yeah, I remember that.
But these days, actually, OBS is incredibly light compared to what it used to be anyway.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the stats on XSplit at the moment, and currently 99% of Garmer's GPU is in use.
99%?
98, 99.
Hold on, let me look at the...
It's an R9 200. It is old and it is small.
That's fair. I have a GT... no, wait. I have a 2080, an old, relatively old 2080. My GPU is currently at 99%, but in fairness, I'm hosting the world, playing on the world, and streaming at the same time. Yeah. And my stream uses hardware encoding. So, yeah, that's understandable. My CPU, on the other hand, is sitting at a pretty 50% utilization. Considering that Space Engineers is relatively CPU heavy, that's not bad.
Yeah. Like the CPU on Gamma is a 12th Gen i7 12700K, which is beefy.
Yeah.
But the graphics card is not so beefy, so it's understandable that Gamma is having a little bit of a trouble running everything at once.
Yes.
He was made to play the games. He was made to play games at good graphics.
Yeah,
and that he does.
He was made to play the games, not play the games and stream the games.
Yeah, and also run the model.
Yes, that too. Hero Forge has a lot of new trousers.
Ooh, fashion.
That's good to know. Also, I'm half imagining just like browsing through a shop and just going, "Where are all your trousers, sirs? Where are your trousers? Give me all your trousers."
Oh, don't talk to me about going shopping. I have so much trouble shopping for clothes. It's like they don't make them in my size. Any of my size.
Yeah, I mean, I have the problem.
Or they do, but they're utterly hideous because they're like made for men, which means they have pockets, but they look god awful.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. I have the trouble of like I'm really tall but really gangly, which means that whenever
You're
I look...
tall and narrow, basically.
I'm
is what
tall
you're
and
saying.
narrow, yeah, basically. But it basically
built like an
means
Enderman.
that... sort of, yeah, I suppose you could say that. But it basically means that whenever I'm actually looking for, like, something to wear, it's a case of I need to find the slim fittest shirts that I can, but in, like, the biggest size that I can, because otherwise, if I look for a shirt that actually fits my arm length, it's really baggy on me. And most shirts are generally really baggy on me regardless, which is a little annoying, to be honest. I like
the last time that I walked into a men's department for clothes, it was like everything was one of 3 colors. And
Gray,
everything
black,
like
or white.
white, black, and brown usually.
And brown, yes. Yeah, it's either grey or it's brown.
Occasionally
like-
there's some green, but it's usually the one shade of green.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Women's clothes are all goddamn Disney. The women's clothes at least have variety.
Energy flow.
Yeah, that's true.
There's,
I mean,
there are
here's
so
the
many
thing.
different cuts. There are so many different colors. There are so many different styles and occasions. And granted,
Here's the
few of them
thing.
have pockets, but at least they have variety.
It's so irritating to me to actually go looking for, like, clothing in modern department stores that most of the time I'm just like, I'm going to the vintage shop down the street because at least it looks interesting.
So that's how you got into this, I see.
Well, yeah. I will admit I'm a self-professed vintage shopper and charity shopper.
You're a... what's the phrase here? History bounder?
History bound? Is that a phrase? I don't know.
Yeah,
I've never
history
heard that.
bounders are the people who dress up as though they're from different eras.
Ah. I mean, yeah, I suppose, to a degree. That is not an inaccurate thing to say. Yeah. I suppose that does fit. Like, I'm not quite so far as, like, dressing up from a different era. It's more a case of, like, I just see a piece of fashion I like, and I go, ooh, yes, I'll take that. Like, I've definitely seen a lot more people that dress up properly from different eras. But I'm not quite that deep in it, as it were. Why?
Right, I have to go down the stairs that ends to get hydrogen.
Yes, unfortunately I still have not.
Eh.
I still have... I'll just do that now, shall I?
You know how hard it is to get hydrogen right now, when you don't have much hydrogen to begin with?
No?
Lucky you. Here we go.
I need an interior plate.
It's literally just, you're missing like 2 blocks tops down here just to get one of these staircases going, and it's been broken the entire time I've been coming here.
Yeah, I'm bad at that.
Shopping with kids is terrible. Oh, I wouldn't know.
I'm thankful
I'm-
that
I'm-
it is
I'm the
unlikely I will
cool-
ever have kids.
I'm the cool like family fae, so I probably have a different perspective on it.
I mean, I'm just like... I'm the gay uncle. So, like, I will happily, like, take care of my aunt's kids or, like, my sister's kids whenever or if ever my sister decides to have children. But I am
Your aunt's
probably
kids,
never...
otherwise known as
my
your cousins.
Yes.
Okay. Also, remember you do have a welding ship for this.
Well, you want me to fit a welding ship down these stairs?
Oh, down the stairs. No, I was referring to the Aquila. Because I haven't seen this thing move the whole time, but I know you've been working on that.
Yeah, I've been oh, God. I've been working on it, but I'm working in the really tight nooks and crannies that the welding ship can't get to at the moment.
Oh. How tight we talking?
Shut up. Tight enough.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah, the Aquila has 5 large hydrogen thrusters on its downward thrust. Think that'll be enough?
Now that... I can never really tell, honestly. I always build for overkill in this world.
That's fair. I do too. I build for overkill in general,
Energy
but you know.
critical.
Alright. Follow the path to Nim. Especially when one is in their edgy phase and the other's in the I need to look cool phase. I can do both.
Can you though?
Get you a relative that can do both. Okay, the game definitely looks worse, but that's to be expected because I dialed down the graphics so that we can actually have FPS right now. Also, GPU is now down to like 70-80%, which is much better.
Yeah, that's fair.
Will hopefully also be me up less crashing. Are you okay? Are you sure you should be streaming?
I mean, I'm fine. It's just that for some reason this cough has come back with a vengeance.
Are you experiencing respiratory distress?
No?
Because it sounds like you're experiencing respiratory distress.
What do you mean by respiratory distress?
Trouble breathing.
No, I'm not experiencing trouble breathing, but it does feel... I'm experiencing, like... Okay, so, you know, like... Whenever I breathe in at the moment, it feels like my throat is... Like, because I've been coughing so much over the past few days, it feels like my throat has been scraped raw. So the air on the back of my throat is actually like... It feels a lot more sensitive at the moment. And that's causing me to cough, I think. So it's not a case of I'm in respiratory distress, it's just a case of my throat is a lot more sensitive to general stuff at the moment, and it's causing me to cough because of it.
Right.
Sounds like the plague.
Nick would
Well,
know.
that's fair.
Nick's had it twice.
I mean, I am thankful, actually. I took a COVID test the other day, and it came back negative, so I don't think it's the plague. I'm fairly sure it's not the plague, at the very least. Chug honey? I have no honey, unfortunately. I have no honey. I have no money. I have no money to buy honey. Etc., etc. Okay.
I've done that before, it was horrifying. But everyone enjoyed the sounds I made.
What?
I've drank honey before as like a as like a soothing throat aid, and it was an experience to say the least.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I think that might be on my blog somewhere actually as a soundbite. I'm not sure.
Honey is expensive. That's true. Yeah.
But on the bright side, you can dig it out of the nearest tomb.
What?
It lasts
Hold on,
literally
what?
thousands of honey stays like potable for like thousands of years. It's fine.
Doesn't it, like, crystallize after a while?
Yeah. Depending on how it's stored, but yeah.
I'm fairly sure, like, after 1,000 years... I mean, I'm fairly sure that is what Lydia's talking about. Not Lydia. I'm fairly sure that is what Lying's talking about. Grave robbing for honey.
Yeah.
Why?
Find the nearest monarch. Find wherever somebody buried them. Profit.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea, I'll be honest.
What are they gonna do, haunt you?
I mean, maybe.
Meh.
Mind you, they probably have enough people to haunt.
Oh yeah. Usurpers. No, that's about it, actually.
Yeah, that just... Descendants. No, yeah, that's actually someone... Look, if I were to come back as a ghost, I would 100% haunt my descendants. That would be the funniest thing to me. Just wailing through the house going, woo! Back in my day! Oh. I'd leave people in agony.
More so than usual, I presume.
Well, you know. Okay.
A caveman can use honey's help to stick a rock to a stick for a club, and after digging up, you'd eat it. I mean, they wouldn't, because that would be awfully impractical. Like, for one thing, you have to fight the beast. And you have to do that before you have a club. So... that'd be awful. Terrible idea. Okay, this needs a sorter coming out of it, and then I also need to build the gantry that the drone will connect to. Which means steel plates. So. Did I bring any steel plates? Yes, I did, because I'm smart like that.
No comment.
2 words. Cryo deck.
No comment. Look, realistically speaking, in a long
Realistically
term,
speaking, we have no need whatsoever for a cryo deck.
other than for logging out.
Even then, like, a passenger seat would suffice.
Not necessarily. So, depending on the environment you're in, you might actually need a cryopod to log out in to actually survive logging back in, basically.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes that is necessary. And it was actually, during the early days of Space Engineers, it was a case of you just had to log out in a cryopod or you would die if you didn't. Even if the world went offline, you'd come back in and you'd be dead. The next time the world was booted up and you weren't in a cryopod. Have a good evening, Alex.
Yep. Don't spray your tent with bear mace will actually attract them. Ah, interesting.
Interesting. I'm glad I've never invested in bear mace.
I'm glad I've never invested in bears. Like, when was the last time you saw a bear in the UK? Actually, you're in Scotland. You might see them more frequently.
Yeah, I'm in Scotland, so... I mean, I was... In fairness, my alternate answer to that is my boyfriend. So, you know.
Fair point, fair point. We were just talking about those.
Mm-hmm. Like, if you wanna go look for a bear in the UK, go to your nearest gay club.
I'd rather not. I live in Middlesbrough.
That's true. You don't really have a gay club down there, do you?
Oh, we do.
Hmm?
You just don't want to be in the vicinity of
Really?
them.
Oh, God, it's that sort of gay club. I see.
Yes, it's the one surrounded by homophobes.
Yeah, great. Love it. Love it. You'd go to a gay club just to hang out? That's fair, Lydia. That's fair. I used to work at a gay club, funnily enough. A while back now. I used to work as floor staff member at Churchill's down in Manchester, right on Canal Street.
Huh. You're doxing yourself a little bit here, but yeah.
I don't live in Manchester anymore, but, you know. It was a long time ago now.
I'm playing a game where you're running a bed and breakfast. I think I've heard of that one, but I haven't checked it out. I'm gonna need probably a fair few construction components to finish this off, I think.
You think?
I think. Probably.
Perhaps.
It's possible.
Okay. This has 2 hours of power. It's stationary. Time to weld some stuff. And hopefully not explode.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Gold bear and breakfast, of course it is.
Thank you to Craig X for the follow, my friend. Welcome.
That's a
welcome
name and a
to
half.
the stream. It is. It is.
Any chance you can get some construction components over here?
I have a bunch in the welder ship actually. Yeah.
The welder ship, I don't know if it can make it this far. Construction components
Oh,
and small steel tubes I need.
Oh right, like all the way over to the iron mine.
I mean, it's
Probably.
only...
Yeah, no, I can.
It's like 18...
I can do that.
Actually,
Give
no,
me
it's not
like
even 18.
5 minutes, and I can. I'll fly
It's like,
some over.
it's like less than 10 kilometers, actually. It's fine.
Yeah. Give me a second to dock up. He's just running around in the welder ship. How many of each do you need?
Let's say 200.
200 of each?
Small steel.
That's not much.
Oh, actually, no, yeah, the sorter alone here takes 120. 500 construction components?
500 construction components, and how many steel tubes would you want?
Let's see, they're 12 each. About 150 of those.
150 steel tubes. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Give me a second.
Meanwhile, I shall move this, because it caused problems last time. That is unforgivable. Bad turbine.
Unforgivable, you say? Yes, this is the music that Scar uses for his time-lapse, as a matter of fact. If you would like the track name, it is called Howling by Lupus Nocte. Scar and I use, well, we both use Epidemic Sound as our music providers for videos and streams and stuff. It's funny that, like, I've had that question asked on, like, various occasions at this point. It's just like, yes, this is that music. I'm aware. I know.
I thought we figured out you were like some kind of otter.
What?
Or was it a sea lion or something? I can't remember. I know we've had the discussion of what you are before.
Well, otter would be what best describes me, because I'm too hairy to be a twink, basically.
Uh-huh.
Like, I've got too much beard and too much general hair to be a twink. So, yeah. Otherwise, I would be a twink. I mean, you're definitely a twink. I'm fairly sure we established that.
Definitely. 100%. Though I do
Okay.
also have facial hair.
You
So
said
by your
like
metrics.
150 small steel tubes, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm bringing you 1,000.
That'll do, I guess.
Do you need anything else before I take off?
It is just construction components and small steel tubes.
Alright.
Everything else I should have to hand. Yeah, in fact, it is just construction components and small steel tubes.
You heard twig and your brain went, but tomato plants are fuzzy. I mean, yes, tomato plants are fuzzy, but I'm not a tomato. Fairly sure.
Well, unless the heat goes up again.
Oh, God. Okay. Remote X. Actually, I should probably grab a small amount of uranium before I leave. Just to keep the engines running. That'll do. 10 units of uranium. It's not like this thing needs much to run anyway.
Which one's this?
Hmm?
Which craft is this?
The Sparrow.
Ah, okay, right.
Okay. Remote access, control, landing gear up, extend wings, close cockpit. Wait.
Rob. Stop.
My wings aren't holding down. Hold on. Are the hinges off, Bags? Did I accidentally turn the... wing hinge?
I definitely misheard you there because I heard twink engine.
Twink? I said wing hinge.
I know. And
Yes,
and for
my
whatever
plane
reason-
runs on a twink engine.
Ah, it all makes sense now.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Lanius. Hold on. Something
Hello, Lanius.
has fucked up with the... Something's fucked up. Something's fucked up. Why is something fucked up?
True of life as ever.
Yep, basically. Set up actions. You are missing the wing hinges group, which seems to have disappeared. I don't know why it's disappeared, but it's disappeared. Oh.
Possibly related to the crash from last time?
Doubtful, but maybe. There it is. That's weird. I just had to remake the group and then it worked. Okay.
There we go.
Alright. Turning on propellers. Turning on boost
You're
thrusters.
gonna want to take off quick. You're pointed right at the truck. It looks like.
No, I'm good. I'm good. And push away the landing gear. And you are all the way.
It's like 10 kilometers. There's a reason why we picked this because it's closer.
Yeah.
Here?
Hmm?
What was that noise?
Oh, probably something outside my window. I have the window open.
Oh.
It's too warm up here.
Ah.
Actually, that's a good question. Is there a decent landing spot over there? Not something you have to worry about, but it is something that I have to worry about.
It's a little mountainous. I'm not gonna lie.
Uh-huh.
The area to like the side of the mine should be reasonably landable for you,
Okay.
but I would
Well-
recommend putting on your brakes as quick as you can. Just because there's a lot of
That's
trees.
not a good idea.
Well,
Have you seen what putting the brakes on this thing when I land happens? Have you seen what happens when I do that?
no, I have not. Has chat?
I face plant into the ground. Yes, chat has seen it.
Ah. Well, I haven't seen it, so clearly it's not real.
Uh-huh.
It's
Clearly,
not too severe
until-
past the like just from the side of the mine onwards.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. Okay, I am 3 kilometers out.
Yep, I see
Actually,
it.
really quick to get to this area.
Yep, there you are.
I do enjoy flying planes in space missions. Okay, are you just past the ridge, sort of?
You should be able to see me.
Yeah, I
There you are.
see. I see you. Okay. I have an idea, but it's probably not a good one.
Is it fly directly at the mine? Because that will be a bad idea.
No, it's not. But I see a sort of runway-ish area, and it does mean that I'm going to have to fly relatively close to the line.
Mind the turbine.
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
And the
I see it.
trees.
The trees are gonna get sheared off.
That's fine.
the
Probably
trees.
were anyways. Touchdown.
Ooh, touchdown. Ooh.
Nice. Now you just have to taxi all the way back to the iron mine.
Yeah, well, I kind of expected that. And in fairness, that's what you do with a runway.
Yeah.
It's not that far away. I managed to land within 500 meters, so I think I did pretty well, all things considered.
I'd agree.
Especially considering there is practically no runway to speak of.
No. This was made really more for drones than planes.
Yes. I'm actually really happy with how this thing flies, all things considered.
Yeah.
It is relatively aerodynamic, considering it's made in Space Engineers. And
Yeah,
some of the blocks are definitely not aerodynamic.
or from space engineers for that matter.
Hmm?
Well, you have some extremely modded blocks.
Well, not extremely modded. I have wheels and
You have
Two
aerodynamic
propellers.
plane parts.
that I don't use on this plane.
Uh-huh. What are the guns sticking out of?
The front of the plane? That is not plane parted?
Where am I looting from here?
Front of the plane.
Oh, goody.
Right next to the gun. Well, basically out of the guns. That's your access point.
Oh, good. I can't access the passenger seat from here.
That's fine. You can. I'll eject stuff from the passenger seat. Where do you want this deposited? I'll just put
You
it in the
can
cargo container.
Stick in. Yeah, I'll do for now.
Wait, this should be enough. I brought you about 1,000-ish
Construction components?
small steel tubes and about 1,000-ish construction components as well.
Uh-huh. Okay, the next thing I need to do is get the drone over here.
Well, currently that's still hooked up to the connector on the Aquila.
The Aquila.
So
Yeah.
okay, there you go.
Right, everything?
Yep, that should be everything. Unless you'd like to partake in the 10 uranium that I have in here as well.
No need for uranium around here.
Okay.
This mine is entirely eco-friendly. Apart from the bit that clearly is not, which is of course digging up the environment.
Mm-hmm. I mean, uranium is more eco-friendly than some of the systems we have here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Partially because uranium in space engineers frequently comes from space.
Mm-hmm. And mostly because, like, nuclear plants in real life are actually a lot more eco-friendly than people seem to think. Okay.
Well, the thing about nuclear power that scares everyone is when it goes bad, more or less.
Yeah. But there's a lot of fear-mongering as well.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. You don't need anything else, right?
Nope.
Okay. Well, if you do need anything else, just give me a holler and I'll fly something over.
Okay, yeah, literally, I think the last thing I need is basically just the drone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how prepared you are to get that over here, though.
No? Like, I'm trying lying, but there is a limit to how much I can build in a certain span of time.
Oh, heck. I'm okay. Didn't need that wind turbine.
I'm off.
Later. Catch you soon.
As long as the land is actually angled up, I can do relatively well on a takeoff.
Okay, much better. Now this we can take off, no problem. What's the top speed on that thing?
On the Sparrow,
The Sparrow.
55 meters a second. Ish. Oh, no, sorry. 57 meters a second. Depends on the angle.
So,
Depends on the angle
Yeah.
at which I'm going.
naturally. Let's see. 57, 58, 59, 60.
I have hit 60 on a level angle, and I'm currently at 63 actually. Now that I'm diving.
Let's get this back. Install a connector for it to dock at. And then I can start getting it to patrol a bit.
Mm-hmm.
61, 62. I want to say these are actually fairly close in speed.
Yeah. I'm currently at 61 and slowing down so that I can land properly. Of course, the higher up you are, the less drag aerodynamics puts on your
Yeah.
craft, so the faster you go.
Yep.
Ooh, wind is actually quite strong today, actively pushing me into the water.
Yeah. Doesn't have the strength to push me.
Well,
But I'm industrial, so that makes sense.
I don't have any sideways thrust, is the thing. So
Yeah.
it's like, I'm going to push you, and you're going to deal with it. There we go. I have landed. It's like a very gentle push, to be honest, but still enough to veer you off course if you're not careful.
Oh, that's another thing. I should make a. I should print a drone for the magnesium.
I mean, we have a mine there already. Don't
Ish.
worry too much about it.
Not a drone.
Well, a drone and a mine are two very different things. In fairness.
Well, we have a drill. We don't have a mining drone.
Mm-hmm. It's not like we really need it.
Yeah.
If we're going for like a
Well, we need to fight uranium.
well, something that we do need to consider is minimizing the number of small grids that we have around at the moment, because it is starting to lag the world a little bit.
Is it? Seems fine to me.
Trust me, it's lagging the world in comparison to when we first launched. Yeah, it's definitely lagging the world. Okay. Right.
There we go.
Back to oh, that's not right.
Problem?
Not really. Just yeah.
Huh. Is that how you... Okay.
Slightly tilted, yes.
Like somebody who just lost at an esport.
Huh.
He's finished. Yes! Finally! There's stairs down here. Also, hey girls. Hey there. Water physics are really annoying me right now.
There we go. It is not level again. Thank you, Captain Arthur. I'm quite proud of that little plane. I'm not. I've been trying to figure out a way to make it fully vanilla, but it's not. The vanilla wheels are just appalling when it comes to trying to design them with landing gear in mind. So I've really not. Every time I try, I'm just like, no, that doesn't look good. It looks awful. So, yeah. Maybe that's just me, though. Maybe that's just me being a little bit too picky. I need to upload it to the workshop at some point.
Yeah.
Okay. What do I need? I need building components, construction components, and other stuff. Wait. Steel plates and motors. Steel plates and motors. Woo.
This termite has about an hour of power. That should be plenty to get it over there.
Could be.
In which case, I just have to pray that I have enough hydrogen to follow it.
One would hope. Well, why don't you just stand on the connector?
Because it's definitely going to rotate, and I'm definitely going to fall.
Well, not if
And
well,
then,
you've got
and
an
then I
hour
will not
of power.
be quick on the draw enough.
You've got an hour of power. Why don't you just stand on the connector and go slow?
Because then it'll take longer.
Don't come
I
crying
want
to
the
me if
mine
you
running
fall-
now.
Don't come crying to me if you fall out of the air.
Gonna get this drone set up, and then the last thing that this mine needs is just setting up the drone, or the hauler, the shipper. And then finally, this stream will live up to its name. Midnight Shipping.
Uh-huh. I mean, there are many ways that can be interpreted.
Yep, yes there are. We were talking about Twinks earlier.
Yes, we were. We were.
As always, have you been watching any anime recently, Lucians?
Anime's never really been my cup of tea, I'll be honest.
Really?
It is very rare that I find myself with enough, like, investment in an anime to actually want to watch it.
You dress like Zex Marquise and you're not interested in anime.
Who?
You dress like Char Aznable and you're not into anime.
Who?
I see I'm referencing things from before your time. Okay.
Yes, you are, a little bit.
I'm referencing Gundam.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I've never watched it. I have a friend who watches it, but it doesn't interest me. I mean, like, yeah, okay, giant fighting robots, I get it, but like, not really my type of anime. No, there are a few animes that I have watched. I've watched Black Butler, for a start.
Okay.
Or at
Yep.
least the first and last seasons, which are technically season 1 and 2. I haven't watched the rest of it. I've watched Log Horizon,
Oh, so
which
good.
I really enjoyed Log Horizon, but I haven't watched the latest season. I haven't had time. What else? Last Exile was a weird one. But we've spoken about that before.
Yes.
And there's an anime that I've been wanting to watch for a while, but I've never gotten around to it, and I think it's called Empire of Corpses.
I vaguely remember that one.
it's something to do with like Victorian ideas of resurrection and stuff. And Sherlock Holmes and Charles Darwin and Nikola Tesla are all like anime boys or something.
Oh,
I don't remember.
Of course they are.
I mean, yeah, it's
Like, there's,
yeah.
I know Fuzz was watching Moriarty.
Oh, and I
Adventure
watched Yuri
recently.
on Ice.
Oh, of course you have.
Of course I watched Yuri on Ice. Like,
Of course you have.
everyone was raving about it for like 2 months straight, and I was like, fine, I'll watch Yuri on Ice. And I was like, actually, yeah, this is quite a nice story. It's fun. Violet Evergarden.
Oh, I hear tell the first season is okay, and the second does not live up to it.
Oh dear. But yeah, in general, like anime has never really been my sort of cup of tea. I've always enjoyed sort of Western animation styles a little more, if that makes any sense.
Okay, so Ed, Edd and Eddie, Beavis and Butthead.
Oh God, no! Stuff like Owl House, for example.
Okay,
Owl House, Final Space. Final Space was good.
God, I
Didn't enjoy
can't
Rick
wait
and
for the next
Morty.
season of Owl House. I'm sure it's coming.
No, it is. They've confirmed that they're doing a 3-episode, 45-minute 3-episode season finale, the
Series.
last season, if you will. So we'll get 3 45-minute episodes to round out the series.
And then a movie.
That is what's been confirmed, but well, we'll see.
But then they'll definitely get like a beach episode, right? Like a nice relaxing vacation episode,
I mean,
Right?
one could hope.
right?
One could
Everything
hope.
will be fine. Everything will be okay.
No, everyone's
will be
gonna
happy?
die lying. I'm sorry.
Well, that's just true of mortals normally. Like, that's not surprising. They're all going to die eventually.
Yeah, eventually. But yeah, no. I mean, animes in general are, like, less interesting to me. Maybe it's because, like, a lot of the time I'm just less interested in sort of that style of animation in general. Maybe it's just because, like, I didn't really grow up with anime overall, at all. Like, it's another reason, like, for example, Pokemon has never really been a big part of my life. And a lot of people are like, well, why don't you play Pokemon? And I'm like, it doesn't hold that nostalgia value for me. Never has. So yeah.
I grew up on Pokemon and DBZ. Oh, my people are right there.
The closest that I could realistically get to Pokemon with the nostalgia value for me is Digimon. And even then, it's very light on the nostalgia value because I didn't really have much time for that sort of thing when I was a kid. One of the things that one of the shows that I really
Digimon
enjoyed,
got a little weird. Really? When?
really a little weird, a little.
At what point did it get just a little? Because Etamon was a thing.
Like, I don't remember much about Digimon these days, I'll be honest. It's been a long time since I've watched anything Digimon, basically. But one of the shows that I actually do remember relatively well from that sort of time period for me was The Batman, specifically.
Oh.
Like,
Right, the one that's like year 1 or year 0, whatever.
sort of.
Like he's just started and he's figuring everything out, and his like
Yeah.
villains are having their origin stories, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's sort of it's the one that had the really wild Joker design.
Yeah, he had like dreadlocks.
Yeah, well, sort of. They weren't really dreadlocks, but like he was like
They were big
it
locks,
was so
that's for sure.
it was so different from like all of the other Joker designs in the past.
Especially because that came out fairly close, like Heath Ledger's Joker as well. He was
And
very much his own thing.
Yeah, it's one of the more unique Joker designs that I've seen. Like, a lot of the Joker designs that you'll see are like purple suit and like green
classic
hair,
suit.
and that's fine. That's
Or
normal.
occasionally Gotham, but Gotham went very strange.
Gotham went very strange.
Way
that's true.
off the book, as it were.
Yeah.
Very off model.
But yeah, like, I won't say that that particular Joker was one of my favorites, because I don't really have a favorite Joker.
He was definitely fun. I'll give him that.
He was fun, yeah. But that was definitely one of my favorite Batmans. And it wasn't just because of that particular Batman and that particular, like, style. It was a lot based on that sort of style as well. But one of the biggest reasons, honestly, that I enjoyed that particular Batman so much was because of the vehicles in that particular Batman. I will admit I have a bit of a penchant for, like, if an animated series or like anything has a specific set of vehicles that look particularly cool, I will be.
This is fairly specific. Do you remember when he was fighting Maximilian Zeus?
Oh.
I'm guessing that's a yes.
Yes, I do.
Yes,
I
the
do
Batwing
remember
that he used in that
Maximilian
episode.
Zeus. Yes. Oh. I also remember. Okay, so I think my favorite episode of that particular series was when he fights. Oh, what's his name?
You're gonna need to give me some details here.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Maximilian Pegasus? No, that's a much different show. No, in the context of Batman, Maximilian Zeus is a guy who thinks he is literally the Greek god Zeus reincarnated. So he like builds a massive floating Parthenon in the sky and like lightning weapons. Because of course he does, he's a Batman villain.
Sorry, the problem is nowadays if you look up the Batman, you get the most recent film, which makes finding anything about that particular series quite difficult. Please stop showing me this film. I'm annoyed. I haven't watched that film yet, and I sort of don't intend to watch it, I'll be honest. I was annoyed at it. I was annoyed at the vehicle design.
It was fairly rough, I will say.
I looked at it and I went, you just took a Mustang and stuck some extra things on it, and I'm annoyed.
Also, Curls, if you're new to the streams, yes, this is all stuff I've written to try and make this video. And I'm just currently looking for the line of code that controls whether or not it increments whenever it, There we go. Or count it's less than that, and... Let's check depth.
Okay. I found the episode, but I haven't found the name of the villain that he fights in it.
Right. Can you describe the episode?
It's the one where he gets the second Batmobile.
Right.
Hold on. It's... Does it have a wiki? It does have a wiki. Okay. Was it season 2? Yes, it was. No, wait, it was season 3. Gearhead! That was his name.
Oh, him.
Yes.
Right. Jesus,
Sorry.
that's a deep cut.
Yeah, I was looking for most of that I was thinking his name was Speed Demon, but it's not. That's a
Understandable.
different villain. But yeah, Gearhead. Basically that's my favorite episode, mainly because that's the episode where the old Batmobile, which is fairly like cool in itself, gets totaled during the episode, and then at the end of the episode, you see the new Batmobile, which is like 5 feet longer and has sleek blue lines across it and just looks beautiful. And I'm just like, yes, I like this. This is like, if there is such a thing, you could say that when it comes to Batmobiles, that is my Blorbo Batmobile. If you
Your
will.
Blorbo Batmobile.
Yes.
So, this is even the
yeah,
most
there you
complex
go.
turn I've written, by the way. Alright.
So, for those of you on my stream wondering, this is what the old Batmobile originally looked like in the show. And this is what the new Batmobile looked like in the show. So, yeah, there is a significant point of there was one, and then there was the other, and I very much like the second one. Like there was a reason it was redesigned. Like the first one isn't bad, in fairness, but it wasn't quite there. And then the second one came along, and I was like, I'm happy now. I'm happy now. And in fairness, the second one that they introduced in that show, it was a lot closer to the original animated series Batmobile, which
Right.
I will still hold as my favorite Batmobile that I've ever seen in animated or film. Like the original animated series Batmobile with that incredibly long hood and everything.
Yeah.
That was my favorite. Like, it couldn't corner because
Not a chance
it
in
was-
hell. There's not a corner big enough.
exactly, but it was beautiful in that sort of. It was ridiculous, but it was so cool. Okay. Oh, right. Back to work. Now that I've gone off on a tangent, back to work.
Right. Iron Mine drone currently active.
Nice. Congratulations.
Hopefully I've put it over the right spot, but I guess we'll find out in a bit. Good happy drone. So now I need to set up the drone docking port over at the harbor and get that in a position where it can actually start receiving drones.
Energy low.
But first I want to watch this do a D. Because I always love watching this thing work. Another favorite of mine was Beyblade. Oh god, yeah.
I'll be honest, I'm fairly sure that show only existed to sell toys.
Well, of course it did. I had some of those toys.
Mm-hmm.
Medabots also existed to sell toys. Transformers also existed to sell toys. The Batman existed to sell toys.
I'm not sure that the Batman sold that many toys, to be honest.
I can assure you it did.
I suppose. I mean, I was sort of like I ended up in that weird section of kids where I didn't have any toys of the shows that I watched. But I still enjoyed the show. So, yeah.
A religious Yu-Gi-Oh! And TMNT kid, and I refuse to apologize. That's fine.
TMNT was another good one. When the original series when I was younger, I enjoyed that one. Like I was very much a DC kid, honestly. Like DC Comics was where I put my enjoyment.
I always preferred Marvel, personally, of the two. Although I will say, one, like, very underrated show from my kind of, like, 20 years ago, Static Shock.
Oh, yes. Static Shock was good. There was
That
actually
was
a
so
Batman crossover for Static
There
Shock.
was, yes, it was Justice League Batman, but yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he
Wait, no,
fought Brainiac.
Are you sure it was just Batman?
Yes, because he
I thought
went
it
to
was
the
animated.
Watchtower.
Oh. Actually,
pretty sure it's
there was a Batman Beyond Static Shock crossover as well.
Yeah, because that's also in the DCAU.
Yeah.
Justice League, Batman Beyond, and Static Shock are all in the DCAU.
In fairness, like
So he
DC
gets
was
sent to the
technically
future and meets Terry McGinnis Batman, which is awesome because Batman Beyond was also amazing.
Oh yeah, no, Batman Beyond was one of my favorite shows, to be honest, as well.
X-Men.
Like-
Who among us did
I'm-
not watch X-Men Evolution and have a slight personal revelation or six? Let's be real.
Me, I've never watched X-Men.
Oh, that's your problem, isn't it?
It was a show that I was never sort of. I never saw it around, to be honest. X-Men was never part of my growing up phase, as it were. But yeah.
All queer people love X-Men, that's just how it goes. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I enjoy X-Men. I won't lie. Like, it's definitely one of those sort of character sets that I do enjoy quite a lot. I just never had it when I was growing up. It was weird. Because I did quite enjoy superheroes in general at the time.
Go, my child. I love this. Every single function of this drone was made by me. And it works.
Congratulations.
Yee.
You have done well, Ryan.
I have made life.
I'm proud of you.
I've made several forms of life, actually, in this world. X-Men are minority coded, so yes, all queer love X-Men. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
Well, in fairness, if you, like, throw a group of misfit, constantly rejected by society just people at a group of constantly rejected by society people, yeah, you're gonna get some overlap. You know?
Well, there's a reason that people of color movements and LGBT movements frequently unite.
Yeah. Ah!
You good?
Yeah, I just fell through a projection block.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's my fault.
Outcast found family, eat that up. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Here they go. Off to eat the world. Alright. Here's where we find out if I can fly home.
Another one that I actually I went back to recently was Zorro Generation Z. And
Was that the short-lived animation that they did after the, like, Antonio Banderas movie?
Not exactly. So, Zorro Generation Z was... Oh god, it was... How long was it actually? It was a 26 episode animated series.
Right. Does Zorro have a lightsaber?
You laugh.
It wouldn't surprise me. 90s TV series for kids were wild.
But yes, Zorro did have a lightsaber. It's basically Zorro in the future. The future of the De La Vega family.
Have you ever heard of Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century?
Oh no, don't talk to me about that. Don't talk to me about that.
Eisenbrain, what's an Eisenbrain?
Anyway, in Zorro Generation Z, you have the main character Diego de la Vega, who is the descendant of the original de la Vega. He rides a motorcycle called the Tornado Z, and wields the Z weapon, a multi-purpose laser weapon which can act as a gun, sword, bow staff, or whip/grappling hook.
Basically, whatever he needs in the moment.
Yes, basically.
Which, hey, I guess that's strictly speaking what you'd want.
And I went back to look at, like, see if it was as good as I remember it. It's not. It was like, I watched the animation and it was 100% designed to sell toys, that specific show. Like, there is a difference between a show that is designed to sell toys and a show that is actually designed to entertain. And Batman, well, the Batman was very much designed to entertain and sell toys. But Zorro Generation Z was just designed to sell toys, and you can tell by the animation quality.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Energy low.
It was a lot less good than I remember it being.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
I mean, I didn't really lose anything, but yeah. Sad times. But I was a kid.
So you didn't know what taste was at all?
Well, I used to wear military clothes, so no.
Oh.
Like, my grandmother used to knit me camouflage jumpers. So... yeah, no, I didn't have taste when I was a kid. There was a period of time where I used to wear shorts and socks with sandals.
Oh, Lucy.
I've changed for the better.
You've changed.
Shut up. My sense of style has definitely improved over the years. Oh. The artillery gun mounts are now in place.
On the barge, basically.
Yes,
on the ship that was meant to just be a barge.
on the escort carrier, yes.
Energy critical.
Lord, why did you make this out of blast doors?
Because we're going to be landing drones there, and it's...
How quickly do you think my drones are programmed to land?
not that quickly.
Yeah.
But it's for the thrusters, like...
Yeah, another problem with this being underground, with this being at ground level, is I'm gonna have to go all the way through the ground to get any kind of link up.
Well, yeah, but there is a link up direct from the...
Yes, I just have to get
Yeah.
from here all the way over to there underground.
Well, that was sort
With
of
blocks
the point.
with blocks that are meant to be in straight lines.
Well, unfortunately, Keen hasn't added diagonal conveyors, so...
I guess that's technically speaking what these pipelines are.
Yeah, to a degree.
Sound of the drill is kind of a banger. Yeah, it does have a bit of a vibe to it. Not gonna lie.
What kind of vibe is a drill?
Pain, I imagine.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll give you
I'm
that.
sure what else it would be. I need to mark where this thing needs to be. There. Okay. Right. Just have to dig towards that coordinate. Water is screwing me up again. Great. Just make this a junction. Just in case. Might it be pertinent to sleep?
Yes.
In the rafters, I might note. We're getting back to Batman, I guess.
I mean, he slept in a cave, not the rafters, but...
It was a bat.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Glad tomorrow's Friday? Me too! I get to play more Aliens vs. Predator.
Oh, yeah. How...
On my YouTube stream.
I tried to watch some of that. I will be honest, some of it gave me a bit of a headache. The visuals for Alien vs. Predator are a little...
It is very old, yeah.
Yes. But no, it was interesting.
It's a good game, Brunt.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that'll be 9 PM English time. Twitch.tv/lyinginbedone. Or
Hold on,
right
I
here
need
if you're
to
watching
queue
the
up
right channel.
10,000 steel plates. Oh yeah, I forgot we have an AI enabled.
Yes. Should I be immediately worried?
Hmm?
Should I be immediately worried?
Maybe? I don't know.
What are you doing?
What am I doing? Am I doing something?
I don't know. What are you? Why did you bring up the AI?
Because I just remembered we had it. Well, something just reminded me that we had it on the world.
I'm no one that does the AI around here. You're not gonna replace me.
I have no immediate plans to replace you, lying.
Do you now?
Well, I didn't until now.
Hmm.
Maybe I should replace you.
Hey, let's not get hasty here. Okay. That's hooked up now, so we can at least get
But no,
power.
I just remembered that we have the Robo Factory and stuff, and I can probably grab a few builder bots to actually assist me in the construction of the
the harbor,
well, everything.
literally everything. Yes.
Yeah.
Perhaps I'll be tempted to just build a mining drone and have it dig this out. But that would be definite overkill considering it has like 9 or so drills. There is a fish over here where there is no water. And there it goes. There is no longer any evidence of what I just said. It's just like when you were ranting about your apartment. Or your house, whatever, wherever you live.
Well, you know.
Multiple places, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Junction built. So now it's a bunch of conveyor tubes and presumably one more junction to connect to the pillar here. And then I'm probably going to pave the place just so it's neat and tidy. Interesting.
Hmm.
One side of these conveyor tubes aren't connected to anywhere.
Hmm.
I don't see what they go to either. They just sort of end.
Where are you looking?
To the right of this pillar.
The... What?
Like these ones, they're all yellow. They don't connect to anything.
Oh! Yeah,
You're gonna build
they...
more pillars, was that the plan?
Yes, there was a third pillar here, and I nixed it in the design later on.
Ah.
So the... Wow, you really ruined the beach, didn't you?
I did mention there are no diagonals. There wasn't any way to not do this.
Well, technically you could have done, like...
I could have done it above
but-
ground, I guess, but still.
No, you could have done it zigzaggy.
I could, and it would have taken me ages.
Fine, sure. Okay,
Yes, this is the shore.
anyway, we have a pair of helpers.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
What
But
kind
they
of helpers?
Well, come up here and I'll show you.
You'll introduce me?
Yeah, I'll introduce you.
Your little kobolds? Okay. That's the pipeline backup. There we go. That's all the conveyors I need.
Come online. Up here.
Upstairs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Upstairs. Meet Lying Bot.
Hey!
Don't worry.
How
I didn't
dare
leave myself out. I also made a Lucian bot.
How dare you?
Currently,
Okay.
they're having a little bit of trouble.
Possibly
Figuring
because
out
you built them in
what they-
midair.
No, they can fly.
Uh-huh.
They're drone bots, so they can fly around. But yeah, I'm not sure why they're having some trouble pathing at the moment. I'm
Do you
not
have to
sure.
pay money to get these?
No, we just have to build the specific parts needed to build them, and we can build those. So.
Well, so far I don't think I'm in any danger of being replaced.
No, you're not. Okay. I think the reason that they're not doing anything at the moment is because there is no blocks under where they've spawned. So,
So you mean exactly what I just said?
what did you just say?
That you built them in midair.
Oh, well, no.
There are no blocks underneath where they have spawned, otherwise known as...
Sure.
Line gets replaced in 5 streams? No! Inconceivable, I'm irreplaceable.
I mean, you're definitely something.
You replace me and there'll be 99% less sass in these streams, that's what everyone comes here for.
That much is true.
Yeah, drone pad nearly hooked up completely. And now I'll get the beaver out to deal with the rest of the build.
Hmm.
I think I'm allowed to say that on Twitch.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure why these guys are being weird at the moment, honestly.
Are they still in midair?
Yes. Well, no, technically. They're just not doing anything.
Oh, I'm right on the ground and it thinks I'm at like... It just jumped 20 meters, the altitude reading. It is really unreliable. In this caldera specifically.
They just can't seem to path at the moment for some reason.
Weird, that.
Hold on, let me look this up. Oh god.
What?
I go to the workshop. First thing on the front page of the workshop.
It doesn't work.
No, first thing on the front page of the workshop, walkable conveyors. Conveyors that you can walk through.
Isn't that basically just Factorio?
What do you mean?
Isn't that just, like, you can walk through the conveyors on Factorio, can't you?
No, as in, like, imagine
They don't have
the
collision?
vents from Alien.
Oh.
Yeah,
Now you have my attention. Jeffrey's
exactly.
tubes.
Exactly. Hold on, I'll copy this and send it to you. Yeah, there you go. Okay. AI enabled. Crash steering, cannot make robot parts, crash something. Strip. Not sure.
Well. Is there a specific design aesthetic I should be going for with this pad, or...?
Just weld it up, to be honest.
Okay. Just figured I should make sure.
No. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I don't know why these guys aren't moving. That's strange.
My position of authority is safe.
Uh-huh. I mean, I only spawned them so that they'd help me weld up the thing faster.
So you're saying I need to make I need to make a welder drip. Gotcha.
Hmm. Build requirements, repair bot material, 1,000 space credits. It did not ask for credits. So, not sure about
You
that.
bought off-market builder drones.
Yeah, sure. Hmm.
No OS no OS included.
No.
Substandard parts.
Hmm. The repair bot explains. Repair bot is currently capable of welding anything it can find with a valid path to. On a grid its owner is friendly with. Just keep track of components that are being stored in containers. Repair bots can only use welders. Hmm. Pathfinding explained. The mod makes use of the A-star pathfinding algorithm
Oh.
with extremely custom logic written by hand for many things. Voxel areas are split into an area about 125 meters per hour. Whether or not a bot can pass...
I can explain A-star pathfinding if you like.
Sure, go for it.
Do you actually want me to explain A-star pathfinding to you?
I mean, I might not get half of what you tell me, but I'm interested.
Half would be a generous estimate. It's a recursive algorithm.
I see. I don't see, but I sort of see.
Well, imagine something calling itself a few thousand times and eventually something fun pops out of it. That's basically what a recursive algorithm is, which means that explaining it gets to be a little bit tricky for human cognition. Because human brains don't really like to do loops.
Okay, not even indicating where they should go is making them move. That's worrying. They're just stuck, by the looks of it. And I'm guessing that this little symbol of a map over their head is searching, but...
yeah, would make sense to me. But I do not know.
I do not know either. And even respawning them doesn't seem to do much. That is worrying.
Yep, I think you've bought lemons.
Well, the thing is, I've used the AI-enabled bots before, and they've always been a little bit janky, but they've never been this janky. So, I don't know. Maybe that's just how it is.
On this heck of a nerf.
Yeah. Oh, I tried.
You did.
Maybe you'll have better luck with them. You are
You want
better
me to-
with...
You want me
Well-
to do it?
If you want to give it a go, I won't stop you. But also,
That's probably a mistake.
I have no idea what's gone wrong. So, good luck. It might just be a case of that they're not happy with Agaris, but also I've seen them work with Agaris before, so...
Have you seen them work in this location with Agaris?
Not in this specific location, but I have seen them work in other locations on Agaris.
Oh. Right, I don't know what the color values are, so you're gonna be the one painting this, I think.
It should already be painted. Shouldn't it?
Nope.
Oh, right, yeah, it's not.
Because you previously just built it off of a tiny little, like, strip, but I have now expanded to actually connect.
You switched it to being one connector, not two. Okay.
Yes, because that was what you had was too small for multiple drones docking. They were going to ram into each other, inevitably.
It would have been fine if they'd docked side by side.
If they had like orientation control when they were docking, maybe.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
That would have been
I forget
considerably
that your
more
drones
code.
don't do that, right? Yeah.
They can. It's not hard to do. It just requires more data storage.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they know how to rotate themselves now, so they can do that. Yep. Careful, beaver at work. Am I completely empty already? Yes, I am. Wow.
It doesn't hold much.
Well, yeah, because with our inventory settings. This really does look like a cheap knockoff of itself when, Oh boy. Heck. This game does look like a cheap knockoff of itself when it's in this kind of graphic state.
Hmm.
A little more, a little more. Come on, I believe in you. I didn't design you to be a quitter.
You seem
Please
to
don't
be...
paint me.
I
You
may
made me
have
out of concrete now.
I may have accidentally painted you. Oopsie. Sorry. Ooh, God, lying. Apple.
Yes. I'm trying. I'm trying to move here. Maybe I should have called this the turtle. Stop making me out of concrete.
I'm not.
You don't want to be thrusters concrete now.
Fine, I'll turn it into metal. Better? Oh, you've managed to flip
Yeah.
it! I see.
Yeah. Well, more specifically, the connector over here flipped it because I was trying to hook up to that, but in hindsight, that wouldn't have helped me anyways.
Well, I did tell you that you should probably add some thrusters on.
Do you know how many thrusters that would even take? It'd be ridiculous. And we don't have the truck over here either.
I mean, you don't need, like, thrusters to... What do you mean we don't have the truck?
Well, because I need to...
Truck's
I'll,
over there.
no, the truckleweed.
Oh, the truckleweed, right, yes. Oh.
Because I could use that to flip this thing again.
I mean, we could just use batteries,
You mean just, like, build them out until it flips itself?
basically.
Actually, we can do better than that. We can just give this thing more gyroscopes.
Alright. Anyway, colors are in.
Heavy armor. Why is the outside of this made of heavy armor? I've noticed that.
Yeah, I did tell you that the struts were made of heavy armor.
That is...
That's why I haven't welded them up yet. Be thankful that the escort carrier is pretty much all light armor.
Eesh. Oh, damn you.
I'll be honest, Lion, you brought that one on yourself.
I'm not gonna... Yeah, this is entirely my doing. This might float in the water if I can get it there.
Maybe. Wouldn't it be easier just to put another thruster on it to flip it over?
Big thruster that would need to be.
I mean, it
Energy
only needs to be temporary.
No, I'm headed for the sea. Beaver is headed for water.
Okay, you're losing parts.
Am I? I seem to be
Oh.
fine from what I can see.
Can you see the underside of the ship? Oh. I warned you.
There we go.
Yep,
It
you
was a
lost a
success.
thruster. And a battery. Among other things.
It's fine. Now I just need to scoot this thing over to the printer.
I did warn you.
It's actually doing pretty well sliding around.
Maybe you should build a skimmer.
Maybe.
Although I'm not sure how well that would function as a welding ship.
Well, they would be pretty limited to the ground level, I expect.
I mean, I've built skimmers in the past. They're actually quite fun to drive. You're mostly drifting for most of it. in
Something...
fairness.
I definitely just lagged into something there, I think.
Something just exploded.
Yeah, I was lagging around a whole bunch and now more of it is gone. Poor beaver.
Yeah, more of it. You mean all of it. Basically.
Basically.
Oh, dear me.
Poor beaver. It was empty anyways. It was designed to be quick and cheap. It did its duty. It's fine. Like me on a Friday, Lydia. Yeah, it didn't actually do any damage to anything it ran into, it just disintegrated.
Hmm.
Whoop, nope. Not that. Yes, I know the inventory's full. Shit.
Energy critical.
Every time I go near the harbor now, I can just hear them.
You can hear them?
I can hear them beeping and blooping.
Well, there's only one beeping at the moment. There's only one out. You can store him away if you'd like.
I don't know. Right. I don't think the beaver was the last thing I built, was it?
Don't know.
No, the last thing I built was a pachyderm.
No energy.
Ooh. Oh. Ow. Ooh. Oh. Time for a
You
stretch.
okay? No?
My back just cracked.
Actually, I know it'll, really help you with the stretching. Oh, you turned up the cost of
Oh.
it, dang it!
What?
There.
Oh, God.
There you go.
Thank you, Alang, for that.
You're welcome.
Oh, boy. Okay. Give me a second. One. Two.
Okay.
Three.
Ah,
How dare you make me exercise in a three-piece suit?
you chose the three-piece suit life. I did not choose it for you.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. I hate you.
No, you don't.
No, I don't, but I'm getting pretty close to it.
Rude.
Why a three-piece suit in the house? Lydia, have you never seen how I dress on a regular basis?
Apparently not.
Well, there's your answer, I suppose. Look, if I can't be fashionable in private, then I'm not gonna be fashionable in public.
Is that what it would take?
Hmm?
Is that what it would take?
What do you mean?
Is that the need? If you can't do it when no one's watching, you won't do it at all.
Well, yeah, I guess. Like, if you can't do it while no one's watching, why would you do it when someone is watching? If you're
might feel
unable
differently
to do
about
it
that.
when someone's not watching.
What if the person who's watching is someone you care deeply about? I don't know.
Ah. Look, the point is, I dress for my own pleasure, not other people's pleasure. Like, there are days where I feel like I don't really want to wear a three-piece suit, and I just want to be comfy and wear a t-shirt.
Huh.
And that does happen. I have a really nice t-shirt actually that just has the word proud in rainbow lettering, rainbow neon lettering on the front, which my aunt got for me for my birthday, and it was like, yes, this makes me very happy. And I usually wear them around the house a lot of the time. But some days I feel like, yeah, I want to dress up just for myself, not for anyone else, just for my own personal enjoyment. And today was one of those days. Although, in fairness, today was also a day where I had to go shopping. So that's the other reason that I was actually dressed properly today, was because I had to go outside, and I decided I'd wear like my white three-piece suit because otherwise I would boil.
Yeah.
So yeah. But also wearing my white three-piece suit makes me look like a prat. So I didn't go for the full white suit, just the white waistcoat and shirt, black trousers. Because even I know when much is a bit too much, you know?
Yeah.
And a full white three-piece suit is just a bit too much, you know? It's just enough to make everyone on the street hate you, basically. And even I know when that's going a bit too far. And besides, a full white three-piece suit just looks awful, in my personal opinion. It's not a good look. Well, unless you want to be a mob boss or something.
No, I hadn't considered it until you said that.
What, being a mob boss?
Yeah. It's an interesting, it's an interesting profession, I hear.
I mean, it's a violent profession. I'll give you that.
Okay.
You can't say much when you're wearing cactus-themed shorts. That's fair. That's fair.
Beaver restored.
Congratulations on restoring the beaver.
And I'm going to add a connector over here that it can actually connect to without having to tilt to the sky. May not look good on you, Lucian, but it may look good on others. Yeah. I mean, Bruce Lee could rock it. Back in the day.
What?
Bruce,
A white
a white
three-piece
free
suit?
piece. Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't say that it doesn't look good. I personally like a white three-piece suit. It does look good on me. The problem is, it makes me and anyone else who wears it look like a stuck-up prat. And I think you'd agree with me on that end, Lion. Like, a white three-piece suit doesn't exactly shout, I'm a gentleman. It shouts, I am someone with a white three-piece suit, and I can afford to have it cleaned.
Ah, so that's the detail, I see.
Well, it's part of it, but yeah. Like, I don't deny that it looks good. But walking around Glasgow in a white three-piece suit is not a good idea. Regardless of who you are.
That might be dangerous, I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
It's like walking around Middlesbrough. Period.
Yeah. I've never been to Middlesbrough, but I'll take your word for it.
Well, imagine almost any post-industrial, like, dystopian wasteland, and you get more or less the idea.
Fair enough.
The only man I know who looks goose in a white suit is Kiryu. Yeah, Kiryu-san pulls it off really well.
Yeah, no,
But he's
I'll-
also a
I'll
Yakuza.
agree. Yes, that is true. I did say mob boss. Like you, when you wear a white three-piece suit, you look like a mob boss. Like, yeah. Though I will say, the suit looks good on Kiryu, but I think he rocks the sort of skin tight dress and thigh high boots a lot better.
I don't think I've seen him in that.
It's stunning. It is a stunning outfit.
I should imagine.
Yes, that was the one Ed had him wear. I don't remember what it was called, though.
There we go.
I think it's something that you get from Majima at some point, but...
It wouldn't surprise me in the least bit there. Majima is very, Majima.
Yes.
He is the most Majima character. The one Ed used was a mod. Oh, okay, never mind.
Ah, that makes sense.
I suppose in a
couldn't-
game
I
like,
couldn't
in a
remember.
game with a character like Mr. Hentai, it makes sense that they would constrain themselves like that. And not give a full dress to wear.
Yeah, I couldn't remember, but yeah, the one Ed. Lydia, see if you can dig up, like there probably is one, but see if you can dig up a clip of Ed using that particular mod. I would be delighted to see that again.
There we go. Towers are done.
I wouldn't be surprised if there is at least one or two clips of that.
Yep, absolutely not. Ah, heck.
What's up?
The pachyderm ran out of power while I was building the dock.
Oh. Stick a small reactor on it?
I guess, yeah.
We have the uranium to spare at the moment.
Right. And then I believe it is about the end of the stream.
Mm. Yeah, we have just hit 3 hours.
Yeah.
We've done. I think we've done a decent amount of progress today, actually.
Yeah, the iron mine north is fully functional. It just needs the shipping sorted out. We have a singular drone currently, but like actual drone docking spot over here, permanent.
Mm-hmm. Not bad.
And the drones will actually do it.
And I have managed to build out 2 of the hangars, as well as the main thruster system at the front of the Aquila. And it's getting there.
Oh.
I also experimented with some of the robo-factory stuff, the AI-enabled stuff, though goodness knows that I can't really figure it out myself, so I think I'll leave it to you to experiment with, to be honest. And I flew around on the plane for a bit, which, you know, it was fun. Enjoyable.
What is up with reactor components? They require silver.
They require silver, yes. We need to...
The only silver
need to
I'm
go
aware
back.
of near us is near to the cobalt mine.
Yes,
So-
it's actually quite far away from the cobalt mine, but it is the only
Yeah.
silver that is nearest to us.
So I can't, in fact, build the build the small reactor on this thing, can I?
No. Unless we have some silver in reserve, but I don't think we do.
Not here at all. Or else I imagine the reactor components would already be built.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for joining us this evening. I hope you had fun. I certainly did. It's been an interesting evening. We've done a lot of different things. For now, though, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for joining us. You can find Lying at twitch.tv/lyinginbedmon, youtube.com
YouTube.com/lyingtube.
lyingtube, and what's that last one?
Patreon.com/lying.
/lying. There we go. And you can all find my links and stuff linked below the stream. I'm not gonna go through them all. You can find them if you want to find them. If you hold that interest in you, you may go for it. For now, though, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for joining us. I am going to go and raid a sofa who is playing Oxenfree. Ooh.
Ah.
Alright. Thank you all very
Well,
much
since
for
I've seen
joining
that one.
us this evening. Everybody, I hope you had fun. I certainly did. Have a very good evening, everyone. And a very good night.
Laters.